Hello. I'm making my new leg, not my leg day, my skirting, today. I'm actually a combination of a wide belt with strips of scales that will be hanging from the bottom of it, like this. So it's going to be a series of these along the length of it, with this as the belt. The belt is a 4 inch, 4 inch wide, 3.5 inch wide piece of belting leather with the smoother side on the outside. I've cut it wide with a gap cutter, rounded the ends off here and there, and then I also cut a 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch belting strip of black leather, and I made this as a separate belt with buckle on the one end here. Now it's hard to find a buckle that will fit for a 4 inch belt. Very hard. So I decided to do this instead, and it is I believe more of a Roman kind of belt, or I was inspired by Etruscan belts, but still. So I have the belt, and I spaced out holes along the belt to attach to the broad belt with rivets, and I already attached a few just to get it started. So I need to hide the gooey big glare from the camera back there. And what I'll be doing is marking holes. I have already punched holes at intervals in the belt, in the black belt. And now I will be marking the red belt with a scratch awl, very sharp little pointy thing, and punching it through. Now I don't have a really good center punch, so I have a tip from my pliers punch. I have one of these. This is a C.S. Osborne single hole puncher. Works like a plier. Works great, but the depth is not enough to get to the center of the 4 inch belt. And normally you could use a little center punch with a hole there and a hole there, but I've already dulled this. These are the rather less expensive ones, so I've already used it enough to dull it out, so I can't use it anymore. And they're damn near impossible to sharpen. And I need to turn on the television. So what I did was, because these are removable from the plier punch, I've got this here. That's the one I've been using for other things. Don't mind it, Rachel Ray's on the television. So I took this one, which is a number 3 hole puncher. It's got a hole about that size on that, and the end is threaded so it can go in and out of the puncher. So I have to kind of jerry rig it to do this. So I have my mini anvil, 5-pounder, got off of eBay. One of the leather scales I'm going to use for my skirting that was too thin and too soft, so it's going to be like a pounding board area. So this comes the skill part of it. I got my hammer and my bag of little 2-piece pretty rivets. So I have the hole here. I've already punched that through in this belt. I already did all that with a hand fire. So now I have marked the wide belt underneath. So now I need to punch the hole there. So gotta get everything set so I don't bind it up anywhere. I'm gonna put this down this way a bit. So, the anvil here, and got the scale there to provide a big cushion. Center that there, right where the punch is. This works great on a heavier leather with a smooth surface. But if you've got something with like a texture to it, it's not as good to mark, not as easy to mark. You kind of got to scratch it. Or use a contrasting color marker. That would work too. Alright, so now comes the fun part. I have the tip, and place it in place right where I want the hole. I have to hold it with two of my fingers like that, and then with the hammer. This is the fun part. Now start, kind of like holding a nail before you start hammering something, but because I have big hands, I can't pinch it with my thumb and finger, so I just gotta punch through. Just a few hits, it doesn't take much to get it. And then lift it up, feel and make sure it's through. It's not quite through. Put it back down. Hold it again. And it looks like it's through. The scale is sticking to it, and it's through. See that it's there, it's attached, and underneath, that's the tip that came through right there. So now I just give it a good yank and twist, and now it's out. And now I got a hole. I'll put this back down here. Use the scale. Pull the belt down in place. Get my rivet. There's a two-piece rivet set. This is double cap rivet. Got two finished sides. The post right there. Post. And this is cap. Just a little thing like that. Take broad belt, just a hole. Right there. Put this through there. And then the black belt there. Put the whole thing directly onto the anvil. Take half piece, pop it on top, and you can stretch a little bit. It'll snap in place. Take the hammer, start things off slightly even. Take a few hits to set these, just a couple. Great, that's it. And that is now set in place. And it looks pretty cool. Okay, this is what it looks like. We have the belt, the buckle there, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 or 11 more rivets put in place. So I'm going to pause for now, and I'll, when I get to the end of the line, I'll start the video again. So, see you in a bit.